Okay, let's have a look at and have a talk about these leather seats. I reckon they actually look quite good. I'm going to give you the feedback so far. I've only done 300 Ks, so I can't really tell you too much, but I'll tell you what I know for sure. And what matters is I am fussy with things, so if there's something I don't like, if there's something to be not liked, I'm going to find it, right? Now, seats, I reckon it looks good. The finish is in the leather there and the little dimply hole part, whatever you call that there, might help it breathe a bit on your back, which is what you want. You want it to breathe. And I like this little brown, what do you call that again? You can put in the comments, I forget what it's called. Base here, it all looks good. But what I don't like about leather is the first two things that are, come as to the hot and the cold. So you got the hot sun on the seat. So it gets really hot. You jump in your shorts because you've been at the beach and you burn your legs, right? So that's not cool. Remember the old vinyl seats when you were kids? It's going to be similar to that, surely, isn't it? But I haven't had many cars with leather, okay? And one was the S2000 with red leather. It wasn't my choice. It was a good deal. It was what was there. They couldn't sell it. But so I haven't really had the bad issue with leather because I think that's the only car that I've had with leather. But I believe that hot sun on there and your legs in shorts when you get out from the beach isn't going to be cool. It's going to be hot. And vice versa. In winter, this is going to get really cold. And that's why people are going to say, yeah, you should have got the heated seat. So look, when you have a problem, then you've got to get something else to solve the problem. And how quick does that work? And so people say, oh yeah, pretty quick. Even my Hyundai's got that and all this sort of thing. I'm just not into all this extra technology crap. Quick look at these at 460,000 kilometers. And it got a new console cover yesterday. The old one was a bit bigger, but these are just so nice and comfy on your arm, right? So seats though, never had seat covers on it. It's done 460k. Someone else had it for 196 and did what they did to it, including this little bit of damage, but this is pretty good overall. You can see it's nice and firm still. And this holds me in position, when you go around those bends a bit faster. It's got a bit of, is that bolstering or whatever you want to call it, that bit there. And the material, it's just vac it every now and then, blow it with a compressor, get all the dust out, hit it with my favorite yellow Kirkland cloths from Costco that I don't go there. Someone else got me a 20 pack, what, a 24 pack, whatever it is anyway. They're about 20 bucks, so they're about $1 each. They'll last you forever, that packet. Anyway, awesome seats. That's all you need. Doesn't get hot, doesn't get cold. It breathes, so you don't get all wet and sweaty behind there. I don't know if these are going to get all wet and sweaty behind there. I don't know. That one, you'll have to give me some time. But what I have noticed is you feel the longer wheelbase, so it's not as nimble. But when you do get into some cornering and stuff like that, I feel that this is very flat here, right? It's very flat, so it doesn't locate you in the seat very well. So I'm not a fan. Lucky I'm planning on using it as a straight line vehicle, okay? So what you really need to know is, what am I going to use the vehicle for? And it might be suitable for me. Now, it's got a bit of at the back here, so it works on your back, that's good, but too flat on the base in my opinion. So next problem is just the whole feel of it. Oh, it kind of feels nice. You hop on, you sit on, it feels nice. But once again, because of that slippery material with your shorts and not having this, when you come to those corners, you feel like I better not go any quicker. You're certainly not going to do a lap on Phillip Island because you're just going to fall out of your seat. Do you get my picture? So if I was Nissan Patrol, I would increase this. And I would, then you could live with the slipperiness of the leather, right? I'm not going to say get rid of the leather, but you don't need the leather. If it was up to me, I'd get rid of the wood grain. I'd make it all black or silver and trendy, whatever, non-reflective type grey. It's like the rest of the car, sort of different tone. Probably black would be the go, actually. Just matte black, something like that, or some sort of, make it optional. Do you want the matte black or do you want the carbon fibre or do you want the wood grain, whatever, and just see what people buy and what they order, and then you go with the odds. Anyway, get rid of that, and to be honest, you don't need the leather. Look, I'm not a fan of the leather. I'll live with the leather, okay? Seat covers, I've never put seat covers in any car ever. I believe this is the seat cover. Why should I invest? I've just spent, what do you spend, 100 grand on Patrol, more or less, depends what model you get. Why should I need to buy seat covers to put in there to protect the seats or to make it more comfortable, to keep it cool or to keep it warm or whatever you're doing? I just don't believe in it, So again, over here at this one, you've got that ridge down. I'm not saying this is perfect. It's not a sports car. But you're nice and neat into the cockpit, and I've never had an issue. I can get into bends and corners in this vehicle. I love the 120, in case you missed it. I can get into it, and I've never felt like I'm going to move out of this seat. It's got me secured in the seat between that little bit extra air and probably the material type. This is more grippy. It's more of a grippy kind of, you know what I mean, on whatever, you know, your shorts or whatever you're wearing. Never been burnt by it. Never felt hot or cold in it. It's just heaven. Love the 120. Not going anywhere. In case you missed it in another video, it's got the electric, you know, height and basic adjustments. Only the driver's seat in this model, that TI, has got the lumbar support only on the driver's seat. And as suspected, when the missus came in for the first time, she said, oh, no lumbar support on the passenger. Why don't only drivers get to have lumbar support in cars? It's ridiculous. Oh, okay, I agree. No worries. Manufacturers, just do both seats and stop trying to get people to pay an extra 20 grand in higher models to be able to get little things like this. It's just ridiculous. Don't pay the money, but don't waste your money. This is good enough, don't get me wrong, good enough. Now remember, I can overcome all these issues because this is going to be, I'll take it out on the tracks a bit. I'll probably get it out on the track soon just to say, hey, stock standard, you know, stock standard side steps, see if we can scrape them a little bit, see what the clearance is like, see what we scrape. So stay tuned for that. Might be on the other channel, 4x4 Adventures, our other YouTube channel. But generally, it's a plan of a possible tow vehicle. Oh, this seal isn't even on properly. Look at that. Bloody Nissan, I tell you. Anyway, quality control, you know. It's all right, I've got to go over it myself. Is this part on here properly? Yeah, okay. So, we're going to have plenty more videos on this vehicle. Highway towing car, family glamping trips, mainly straight line highway runs. Of course, it can go onto the beach and all this with basic minimal mods, stock standard as it is, you know. Maybe give me a compressor and a fridge for traveling, and we can get out onto beaches and stuff and usual dirt tracks, that sort of thing. It's not a, I'm not planning to heavily modify it. I've got some stuff coming from K-On, talking to Roller about what the best option on the roof rack, the Titan Tray ridge mount. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I need it, but I'm thinking I might just do that. And anyway, just wanted to talk to you about the leather. That's what I think about it so far. Something to think about. I don't know if it's suitable for you or if you can overcome these issues. I'll give it a bit more time. And of course, the last reason I didn't really like leather, I didn't actually mention actually. So there's a few reasons. It starts looking old really quick. You get a lot of creases and crinkles and that sort of thing in it, is what I've noticed seeing a lot of customers' cars, generally Toyotas, right? But also other makes and models, you know, your Holdens and Fords and all that. They were really terrible. 80,000 Ks and the seats look like they've done 380,000 Ks, and that's a lot of Ks in a Holden or a Ford. I think in the Toyotas it's obviously better, but, and what you see at 100,000 Ks, it's probably not going to look much different at 300,000 Ks, except for on the side where people slide over the side all the time. You missed it. If you're cutting corners, people are sliding off the side of your seats, they're going to wreck this foam. It's going to look like that, except worse. So that's down right there. It's down to the steel right there, right? But because it's the side, it doesn't bother me too much. But this, I twist around and I stand on the side steps and step off rather than slide off the side of the seat. That's how you look after your seats in your vehicles. A lot of people don't do that. They destroy this here, and it depends how big and heavy you are and how often you do that, the height of the vehicle, whether you've got side steps. Anyway, you've got that's just my opinion on the situation, and I'm here to give you my opinion. Thanks for watching. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Catch you in the next one.